Go. All right, well, we have a couple minutes before we get started, so just a quick reminder. Welcome to your Zoom class, your Strength and Balance Zoom class on Friday with me, Angie, one of your Stonebridge Community Services senior fitness instructor. Quick reminder of having water nearby, a piece of support furniture, as well as making sure that you're doing the workout for you. So whether that is standing, seated, with weights, with resistance bands, or with no equipment at all. Make it work for you. Go to your range of motions. Go to your pace as well, listening to what the body's telling you. And we'll get started in just a minute, just adding some other people. Good morning. So yes, we'll get started in just a minute. Reminder, it's me, Angie, that you get to work with today, Friday, for your Zoom strength and balance. Have water nearby, piece of support furniture, whether that's a chair, a wall, the back of a couch, the countertop in your kitchen. Also going to your range of motion, listening to your body. Feel free to use weights if you wanted to, or resistance bands, or with no equipment at all as well. Feel free to be seated or standing for the exercises as well. So let's get ourselves motor in this morning. And here we go. Take a nice big breath in and out. Nice big breath in and out. One more nice big breath and out. Excellent. Taking those shoulders for a nice little roll. Just doing a nice little gentle march. Bring it in through the nose, out through the mouth. And reverse. Take the arms the other way. Breathing in, breathing out, give me 2. And 1. Excellent. If it's comfortable on those joints, you're going to pretend like you're at a sports game and you have to do the waves. So you got to bring those arms all the way up, 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 and back down. And reach them all the way up, 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 and back down. Reaching them all the way up and down. 2 more. Up, up, up. Excellent. 1 more. Go to your range of motion. Excellent. Bringing those shoulders back down and relaxed. If it's comfortable, take those arms out to the side. Now you can keep them out to the side, up high, or if it's comfortable, a little bit lower. Just doing some arm circles. Now you can go to your range of motion as well for those arm circles if you want to make them bigger. Make them bigger. And reverse. Take them the other way. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Shake those out. Shake those out. Excellent. We're going to take those legs for a little bit of a wider march. So out a little bit wider. Keep it a nice bend in those knees. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Getting those hips warmed up a little bit more. Getting that heart rate up just a little bit more. We're going to bring those feet in 3, 2, 1. Bring them on in. Nice little march, a little bit stronger. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Excellent. Now your comfort with this next one, I'm going to do some hip openers. But if your body's telling you to do hip circles, Then go ahead and do hip circles, but I'm gonna do that hip opener where I raise that knee up, out to the side, and down, and back around like I'm stepping over something. And big. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, nice and tall. Need 2 more this side. 1 more. Excellent. Take it to the other side. Open it up. And back. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Shake those out. We're going to take those knees up a little bit, working a little bit more of those hip flexors. High knee. Giving it a tap if you'd like. You can give it an elbow if you wanted. Or you can even give it a little bit of a press. Excellent. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. This will change into pedaling our feet. In 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Taking those feet, pushing on the ball of the foot if it's comfortable. Little elbow bend out. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now, if it's not comfortable to push on the ball of the foot, you can do a little step tap or keep marching on the spot. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. This will change into tapping those toes on the spot, rolling those wrists. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Taking those toes for a tap, tap, tap. Roll those wrists. Breathe it in through the nose, out through the mouth. Tapping those toes. Roll the wrists the other way. Excellent. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Shake it out, shake it out. Take a nice big breath. And out. Nice big breath. And out. Excellent. Grab yourselves a nice little sip of water, then we'll get into strengthening the lower body. Just going to fix this a little bit. There we go. Excellent. All right. So for strengthening the lower body today, I'm going to do some sit to stands, but then I'm also going to put it into a shoulder press up. Now, if you don't want to do a sit to stand, you don't have to. You can do a nice little squat and then press up. So a little squat, press up. Okay. So I'm going to do that sit to stand today. So I'm going to sit closer to the edge of my chair. Feet about hip width apart. Nice and long through that spine, nice and tall, shoulders back, down, and relaxed. I'm going to be pushing the weight into those heels. I have my hands up here, but if you need to use the hands to help push yourself up for standing, for that assistance, that support, then feel free. And then when you stand up from that sit to stand, then shoulder press up. Okay, a little bit of combination of upper body and lower body today. So shoulders back, down, and relaxed, nice and tall. If you're doing your squat, regular stance, keeping those, pushing those hips to the back. Breathe it in, breathe it out, and stand up for that 8. Press it up and down. 7. Press up and down. 6. Now, if you want to add weights into these hands, you certainly can. 5. 4. Breathing in, breathing out. 3. 2. And 1. Excellent job. I'm just going to rotate my chair a little bit here for the next set. You can see, nice and tall, shoulders back, down, relaxed. Feet are in line with those knees. Knees are in line with the hips. Nice and tall. Now it's up to you if you are standing and doing your squat. If you want to make those feet wider this time, you certainly can. We've got one more round to go. So nice and tall, pressing the weight into those heels. And here we go for that 8. And sit. 7. Press the hips back. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Excellent. Shake it up, shake it up. Now, next 2 movements, I am going to stay standing for those. I'm going to push the weight into my heels to stand up and slide my chair just over to the side. So the next move, we're going to work a little bit of those hips, a little bit of those inner thighs, outer thighs. So nice and tall, feel free to use your piece of support furniture. So I've got my wall here. And I'm going to take my leg and I'm going to swing it across the body, almost like if I was going to kick a soccer ball from the side of my foot. So it's going to come across the body and back in. Across the body and back in. All right. So nice and tall, soft bend in those knees, shoulders back down and relaxed. Taking my right leg first and going for that 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Little shimmy, little shake. Same side. Once more, then we'll switch over to the left side. Nice and tall, soft bend in those knees. Take that leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Little shimmy, little shake. Switching sides. Nice and tall. Long through that spine. Take that leg out and cross it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Little shimmy, little shake. One more of those ones there. Working on that little bit of single leg balance while we're at it. And go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Little shimmy, little shake. All right. If you need a little sip of water, go for it. We've got one more lower body before we get into a little bit of core. Piece of support furniture there if you need it. We are going to do our little fire hydrants. So I'm going to take my leg to the back, then that hip going to your range of motion is going to come out to the side. Okay, comes out to the side. So it doesn't come out to the front, not to the back, comes out to the side, okay? Now, if that's not comfortable, you can certainly take that leg out to the side, working a little bit of those glutes, a little bit of those hips, okay? Completely up to you. Do what feels good for the body. All right, nice and tall, shifting weight to that one leg to balance, soft bend in the knee, taking that other leg, bending it at the knee first, then taking that leg out to the side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent, little shimmy, little shake. Now, if you want to add a little bit of extra into your strengthening of the lower body today, you can always add a little bit of a squat while you do that fire hydrant. So take the leg out, squat down, out, squat down. But that is up to you, giving you another option to strengthen that lower body. Once more on that left side there, soft bend in the knee, single leg. Breathe in, breathe out, nice and tall, and go for that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Shake it out, shake it out. Give it a little rub if you needed to. Switching sides with that piece of support furniture after you're using it. We're going to do our right side. Shoulders back down and relaxed. Shifting the weight to that one leg. Soft bend in the knees. Take the right leg, bend it at the knee first. Then take it out to the side for that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Little pause, little shimmy. One more. You're doing awesome. Keep it up. Shift the weight to that one leg. Soft bend in the knee. And breathe it in. Breathe it out. And go for that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Shake it out, shake it out. A little shimmy, a little shake. Grab a nice sip of water. All right, so for the next one, I'm going to work a little bit of core. I am going to do this one seated for both of the ones that we have today. I'm going to rotate my chair here. So the first one we're going to do is our dead bug. Okay, so I'm going to have my one arm out in front, shoulder back down and relaxed. Other arm is going to be up if it's comfortable, okay? Then the same side that has the arm that comes up is going to have that knee coming up. And if it's comfortable, you're going to do that little pelvic tilt where that core gets engaged, that little lean. If that's too much on your back, scooch back a little bit in that chair so when you do that pelvic tilt and lean, you have the back of the chair to help support, okay? I'm sitting a little closer to the edge of the chair. That pelvic tilt, one arm up, one arm out, one knee up. Breathing in, breathing out, and hold. We're gonna hold it for that 10 seconds and then switch and possibly round 2 of it again too. So breathe in, breathe out, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch. Switching arms, switching legs, breathe it in, breathe it out, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch. Breathe, breathe, breathe in, breathe out, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last switch, last switch. Breathe in, breathe out, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Nicely done. Shake it out, shake it out. Breathe in, breathe it out. Excellent job. We're going to try that one once more before we get into the other one. Breathe in, breathe out. Take that little pause. Excellent. Reposition that pelvic tilt. One arm out, one arm up, one leg up. Breathe in, breathe out, and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. Breathe in, breathe out, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last switch, last switch. Breathe it in, breathe it out, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Nicely done. Shake it out, shake it out. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Excellent. Now, if you're feeling a little shake in that core when you were doing that one, that means the core is engaged, it's contracting. That's a good thing. Breathe it in, breathe it out. We've got one more that we're going to do for our lovely core. It is our hollow hold. All right, so I'm sitting a little closer to the edge here. I'm going to take both my legs out to the front on its heels. Little soft bend in those knees, little pelvic tilt, and that lean, okay? Engaging that core. You can stay here holding that chair, or if you feel comfortable, you can bring those arms up. Now, once again, if it's too much on the back, scooch back a little bit in that chair so that when you do that pelvic tilt and lean, you have the top of your chair to lean against, engaging that core still. So heels out. Little pelvic tilt, little lean, breathing in, breathing out. Arms by your side if you want it, or up above, and we're going to count it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Nicely done. Breathe it in, breathe out. We're going to do that one once more. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, if you feel like you want to challenge yourself, you can always take one leg off the floor and hold, then switch when we go for that second count. But that is up to you. You can keep both legs on the floor as well if you'd like. Breathe in, breathe out. Once more, that pelvic tilt, that lean. By your side if you want it, or up above. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Breathe in, breathe out. Nicely done. Bring those legs back in. Give them a nice little shake. Breathe in, breathe out. Well done. If your water isn't close by, feel free to press the weight into those heels, stand on up, get yourself a nice little drink. I am going to be working arms next. I am going to do those standing, so feel free as well if you wanted to stand on up. Breathe in, breathe out, grab a nice little sip of water, and we'll get into some arms. Now today I am going to be using my resistance band, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can do the motion still without weights, without resistance band, without equipment. The movement we are going to be doing is our lateral raise. So I'm going to raise them up to the front, then out to the side. Okay, so that's the motion without the band or without weights. It's going to the front, then out to the side. Now, if you are adding the band, I'm gonna just step on it with one foot so that I have extra band to work with. Now, if you feel like you wanna add both feet, feel free to add both feet. My grip here, so shoulders back down and relaxed. I'm doing a little bit of a split stance, okay? So shoulders back down and relaxed. I'm gonna pull it up to the front for that 8, then out to the side. 7. Keeping a soft bend in those elbows. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Excellent. Give those a little shimmy, little shake, a little roll. Got one more of those ones, so readjust if you need to. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And take it up once more for that 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Excellent. Little shimmy, little roll. I am going to be stepping back on that band in just a moment for the next one, but give those arms or shoulders a nice little shake, shimmy, little roll. Now the next arm movement we're going to be doing is our upright row. So without the band or without weights, feet are about shoulder width apart, soft bend in those knees. Both my fists are going to come together, then they're going to come up towards the shoulders, okay? Coming down and up, okay? Now, if you want to use your band, I am going to step on it with both feet this time. I'm going to give it a little bit of a cross in the front, and you don't have to cross it. I'm crossing it so that that middle cross section, I'm going to grab in the center, making it almost like a loop. So shoulders back down and relaxed. I'm going to pull it up for that 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Little shimmy, little shake, little readjust if you need to. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Soft bend in those knees. Shoulders back down and relax. And pull it up for round 2 for that 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Gently stepping off that band, bringing it out to the front. For our last arm movement, now without the band or without the weights, the arm movement is going to be a small pull apart. So shoulders are back down and relaxed, elbows are glued to that rib cage. You're going to be pulling apart that band. This is your lovely movement. Pulling it apart, pulling it apart. Okay, so you can have those weights in your hand as well with your grip where your knuckles face towards the camera and pull it apart here, or have it this way or here when you're holding your band. So shoulders back down, relax, nice soft bend in those knees, elbows glued to that rib cage, and pull it apart for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Little shimmy, little shake. Readjust. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Elbows glued to that rib cage, shoulders down. Nice soft bend in those knees. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and pull. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Get rid of any equipment you may be using at the moment. We won't need it for this next little section because it's our balance. Little shoulder roll. Grab yourself a nice little sip of water if you would like. Now the first one is a little bit more of a strength to help with our balance. It's called the chair pose, okay? So my feet are gonna be about hip width apart. And you're going to push those hips back like you're about to sit down in the chair and then hold. Okay, now if you wanted your piece of furniture close by, of course, that is a great idea. You can use that if you'd like. If you want to hold on to it, having one hand out, one hand on the support furniture. So yes, you're going to push those hips to the back like you're about to sit down in the chair and hold for that 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back up. Little shimmy, little shake. So that's strengthening those legs to help out with balancing in any way, shape, or form. We're going to do it once more. Nice and tall. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Pushing the weight into those heels. Push the hips to the back like you're about to sit down in that chair. And hold for that 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Excellent. Or sit down if you've got the chair behind you. Give it a little shimmy, a little shake. Excellent. We're going to work a little bit on our tippy toe walks. So making sure you have lots of space around you. Sliding any piece of furniture that may not be necessary right now to be in your way, out of your way. I've got my wall here, standing nice and tall, long through that spine. Soft bend in those knees. I'm going to go up onto my tippy toes and do a couple steps to the front. And a couple steps back. Couple steps forward. And a couple steps back. Excellent. Keep going. Looking straight ahead. Focusing on something that's not moving. Give me 2 more back and forth. One more back and forth. Excellent, come on down. Give those a little shake. Now, of course, if we do tippy toe walks, we're gonna do heel walks. Now, this one may be a little bit more challenging. Listen to the body. It doesn't have to be a lot of steps, just a few steps. So I'm gonna be raising up those toes and taking a couple heel walks forward and backwards. Looking at something that's not moving, focusing those eyes ahead. Excellent, give me 2 more. Last one. Excellent. Shake that out. Shake that out. You definitely will feel those ones in those shins, and the tibia muscle. Excellent. All right, we've got one more we're going to do. It is going to be our single leg hip hinge. Okay, so almost like you're drinking bird. So I've got my chair close by, my wall close by. Feet are about hip width apart. I'm going to shift the weight to the one leg. Other leg is going to come back as you hip hinge forward and come back in. Now, if you don't want to hip hinge all the way forward, that's okay. You can do a little kickstand to the back and then come back in. Now, you can have one arm out, you can have both arms out, whatever is comfortable for you. So that hip hinge forward, we're going to try and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. And we're going to go again for another 5, then we'll try for a 10. Breathe in, breathe out, and hip hinge forward. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Excellent. We're going to try a little longer this time. That hip hinge forward. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Excellent. One more, same side. We're going to try from 10. Here we go. Hip hinge it forward. And hold for that 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Excellent. Shift the weight. Switch the legs. This one is also similar to that airplane one that we do, if you recall at all, which is okay if you don't. It's been a while since we've done that one. So soft bend in those knees, that hip hinge forward. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. One more count of 5. Out it goes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, if you by chance wanted to practice this one a little bit less of a time, that's okay. You can do that little single leg hip hinge forward, in, forward, in for practice. Working a little bit of those glutes, hamstrings, hips, all of the good things. Got 2 more to do. 2 counts of 10. We can do it. Breathe it in, breathe it out, and hip hinge forward and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Excellent. One last one. We can do it. Breathe in, breathe out, and hip hinge forward. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Shake it out. Excellent job. Moving that piece of support furniture out of the way. Grab a nice sip of water if you'd like before we start to cool it down. Excellent. Give me a nice big breath in and out. Nice big breath in and out. One more nice big breath and out. Excellent. Taking my feet just a little bit wider, soft bend in those knees, shoulders back down and relax. I'm going to take my right ear to my right shoulder and just feeling that stretch there throughout the neck. Now, if you don't feel that stretch enough, you can always take that left arm out to the side. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. If you need that extra stretch, taking that right hand to the head, gently pressing it a little closer to that right shoulder. Breathing in, breathing out. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Bring that head back up to center. Taking that left ear to left shoulder. You feel the stretch, stay here. We need an extra stretch. Right arm comes out. Extra stretch to the left hand. Coming up to the head, bringing it a little closer to that left ear, left shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keeping a soft bend in those knees. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Take that head up. Excellent. Taking those shoulders. Now I'm going to do single rolls. I'm going to do one shoulder, then the other. Now, if you want to do double rolls, that's okay too. You need 3, 2, 1, and reverse. Go on swimming. Excellent. Give me 3, 2, 1, and shake those out. Excellent job. Taking that one arm across the chest, dropping that shoulder. Give it a hold or a hug. Roll the wrists if it's comfortable. Sway the hips. Roll the wrists the other way. Gently release that arm. Take that other arm across the chest. Drop that shoulder. Give it a hold. Give it a hug. Wiggle, wiggle. Open and close those hands. And gently release those arms. Give them a nice little shake, shake, shake. Now I am going to use the back of my chair. I'm going to take a few steps behind it, keeping a soft bend in those knees. Little hip hinge forward, arms on the back of the chair. Now, if the arms on the back of the chair aren't comfortable, but you do feel comfortable giving yourself a nice little hang while still keeping that 90-degree angle and flat back, then that's okay too. Giving those shoulders a little shimmy, a little shake. Breathing in, breathing out. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to bring those arms or hands to my upper thighs, bending those knees, slowly coming back up. Little shimmy, little shake. Now your comfort for that lower half, we're going to do that hamstring stretch. So be seated or stay standing. Taking that one leg out to the front, hip hinge forward, upper thigh or down by the toes. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the toes. If it's comfortable, take that leg up for a hug. Roll the ankle or roll the ankle by the floor. Roll the ankle the other way. And your comfort into that 4-sit stretch. So by the floor, midway, up top. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. You want that extra little bit of stretch, that hip hinge forward, gently pressing that knee a little closer to the floor, but you don't have to. Breathe in, Breathe out. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Taking that other leg out to the front for that hamstring stretch. Hip hinge forward, upper thigh, down by the toes. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the toes. If it's comfortable, take the leg up for a hug or roll the ankle by the floor. Roll the ankle the other way. And your comfort into that 4-sit stretch. By the floor. Excuse me. By the floor, midway, up top. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Taking those legs for a nice little shake, shake, shake. Excellent. Grab those arms and take them around that chest. Nice big breath in. Release it out, opening that chest up. Once more, coming around, giving yourself a nice pat on the back for a job well done today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you next week.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome.